Стая. Мы начинаем второй полуфинал на Филарее, в котором принимают участие Алекса Пецель, Сербия, и Стyer, США.
We're glad to introduce you to the participants of our second semi-final match. Here once again with Alex Borochovich in the booth, with us Aleksa Pecelj of Serbia and Tyler Styer of the United States.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Aleksa won the break. Is this Aleksa's first visit to the TV table, or has he played before?
He already played here.
Okay.
During the quarterfinal match, I believe. It was a very nice one. Him winning over Ralph Suke 8-2. And actually, both players struggled on the break in the very beginning of their quarterfinal match, and that was one of those I was referring to in terms like the TV table seems to be breaking differently somehow today, because the same happened to Federgorst and to Du Wong.
Right.
Of Vietnam.
So there was a dry break, and Tyler played a decent safety. There's a jump shot, but it's a very difficult shot. It's very long, jumping right over the 2-ball, and Alex is changing his mind. He'll probably do a kick shot, which is also very tough because he is very close to the rail. He didn't hit it so bad. He almost made the ball, and he did call the pocket. So if he made it, he would have a continuation.
Yeah, it was
but
a nice
he would be
shot.
snookered behind the 4-ball. So now, since he didn't make the ball, Tyler is gonna play another safety, since there's no aggressive shot available. Tyler's game went up a big chunk since he was chosen first last year.
Yeah, I would say since working with Johan Rousing.
Yes, and you can see the results. His safety game is a lot better, his kicking game is a lot better, and he has more discipline in his stroke.
Yeah, and I think Johan was telling me last year that it was Tyler whose fundamentals were the best on Team USA squad.
Right. And I think Johan also works a lot on their psychological game.
No, of course, yes.
That's his forte overall, to mentally reprogram the players. So that was, he used his break cue to jump. Aleksa made a very long shot. I think it was about 7-foot jump.
Well, it wasn't that hard because like the 7 was blocking only the part
a
of the
portion of the
yeah,
ball.
of the cue ball's path.
Still, you have to practice these shots in order to make them. He went in the middle of the pocket. Can he see the hole of the 2 ball?
Yeah, he can.
Okay.
And he just
Yeah.
studied where he wants the cue ball, apparently going 3 rails around from the 3 to the 4. Or just... He's got enough angle to make a draw shot, I think. Once again, just going around the 10 ball and all the way, maybe even back to play the 4 to the side.
No, it's a safety shot, no?
Yes, it is.
I think you can see the ball. It's, again, an opportunity for a safety for Tyler.
Well, Aleksa didn't get the 3 fully covered.
Yeah.
I don't think the bank on the 3 is on.
He's gonna probably just go around and hide the cue ball again. Yeah. See, he found a very nice spot for this cue ball.
He is using not only the 8 but the 6 as well. Just eliminating more options for Pecelj. This is the debut at this event for Aleksa, where Styer already been here last year and got some decent run to the last 32, I think, where he lost to the player from Finland, Kim Laaksonen. Already back then he beat Skylar Woodward on the hill.
Tyler decided to simplify the position play. Just draw back a little bit. And stun the 4 ball, going to the bottom right corner and just float to the 5 ball. Very nicely, playing the cue ball in the middle of the table, has enough angle to create a position.
The 8 ball can be played to both corner pockets.
That's right, so giving Tyler more options. He's playing very correct position angles, which gives him easier way to get to the next ball.
Well, and also I think with the performance of this kind already, he's going to earn some good to his credit in favor of his Mosconi Cup future, like being on the team this year.
Yeah,
I guess so.
And everybody gets Mosconi Cup points, right? In general,
well, I think here
from this tournament.
I think here only the Europeans do.
Really?
Yeah. Because like Team USA, they have a different system of their own.
Yes, but you get world points because this is a WPA
Correct,
sanctioned
yes,
event.
but world points and the Moscone points are separate.
Separate,
Points, yeah.
yes, I understand. We actually do not have in the United States an equivalent of a Euro Tour.
Which is pretty sad to know.
It is a sad point. There should be a national tour that probably maybe 9 or 10 events, like once a month.
Well, I think the governing body for US pool should like try to be responsible.
What
for
do
this
you
one.
think is the name of the governing body for US pool?
Well,
for overall
according,
US pool,
according to the overall structure, it is supposed to be BCA.
right? However, they do not guide the tournaments.
Any of the promoters. Yeah.
Right. Every promoter is a private organization. Even if they have multiple tournaments, they're still private tournaments.
Well, actually, I think my own take on this is like you should get one or two very good enthusiasts and just let them do their job, actually. Like I don't know, be it CSI, international, whatever you name it, but like getting some good promoters and coming up with the national tour you started talking about. Well, of course, in case the governing body believes that this will do any good for the U.S. pool scene, obviously.
Yeah. Because there are so many different organizations and entities that are involved in different events. There's a lot of competition for the calendar of the events.
Yep.
Right. So, if let's say you introduce a regular monthly event in professional pool, that potentially interferes with one of the private ones, there will be a lot of unhappy people.
Well, I think that the world calendar is always there, and just the promoters feel free to take a look and just cooperate.
That is the best solution. That would be the best solution. Yes, a total coming together and saying, okay, let's work out a yearly calendar, and this is where we have a room around these events. But there are main events, and there are also smaller events in like a smaller venues, like they get 32, 64 players, and they put their own money into the event, and as a means of promoting a pool in their area, introducing new professional players to their pool rooms. Most of the time it is sponsored by pool rooms.
Yeah, okay, right now Scholar is facing either the combo or the carom. I think going for the combo shot. No way, carom. And he gets snookered. Well, I'm not the one to question the player's decision, but I didn't like it at first sight.
Yeah, I would also prefer that the combo shot.
Of course, he had to overcut the 2-ball quite a while to make the 8, but I think the predictability in this shot, like the outcome, was better.
Well, he came out okay on this shot. He didn't give up too much.
I like just rolling the 2 towards the 9 getting a little bump that the two ball stays there, and like trying to send the cue ball, maybe even with the use of a short rail, behind the 7.
Behind the 7 or even behind the 4-6?
I'm not sure about the 4-6. If he has got enough angle, probably he has. Yeah, the 4-6 is even better. Yeah, that's like, just like that.
I'm not sure he made it all the way.
We just can tell from Aleksa's reaction.
Let's see.
He's not showing any emotion, but well, of course, I think.
Which is very nice for a young player, right?
Yeah, staying composed.
Here, he left a shot. The position play will be a little difficult. One of them I see is going forward with like a three rail shot, but 10 may get in the way. So that's why Tyler is taking extra time trying to figure it out.
There are only 2 pockets available for the 4, and neither of them are
perfect.
Those close to the wrecking area, or just the opposite. So
Yes.
just, I think he will have to brush the 2 and go all the way back with the cue ball, playing a safety. No, I'm surprised.
I couldn't understand.
I'm surprised he opted for the 2-rail kick here.
Do you know something? What he tried to do is play safety, a kick safety.
Yes, 2-rail
behind
kick.
the 9 ball.
Yeah, correct. But actually, he made only 1 rail kick instead of 2.
You know what? There was another shot. There was a bank, a cross bank, 2 to the bottom left corner, and the only thing, I think 10 ball was in the way of a good position play.
Well, that was my option for going like a defensive route.
But I think he also looked at the way 4 ball doesn't have much continuation.
Yeah. So that was the primary reason for coming up with a safety shot.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think the 4 ball actually does pass the 6, provided Aleksa played the position in such a way. Yeah. Once again, sorry guys about us making wrong calls on the ball's position sometimes, because from our commentary booth we have only one view, like from the side rail, and when we have some balls covered by the other, it's hard to tell.
Next time we need to put up a drone with the camera, and you can control any angle you like.
Yeah, I think as soon as they invent one that doesn't produce any nasty noise, that's fine.
But they have very quiet ones. And the ones that don't fall down.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the tape where there were some alpine skiing event going on, and the very big one, like I think it was maybe 2 meters in diameter, it dropped right behind the skier. Like at this pace, it could have been like maybe half a second earlier, and that's it. We have a dead body.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, right.
I think something slipped or something.
Well, he was obviously stretching.
Yeah.
But he undercut it good 2 diamonds, I think, from the corner. It was a pretty big mistake. Even with his extension, I think. It's still early into this match, but you cannot afford making such mistakes, right? Especially at this stage of the tournament.
There are some shots you have to make. Tyler making a very patient, measured stroke.
I hope that the prize money don't get into the youngster's head. Because I think
I don't think so.
I think there is quite a difference, like between finishing third and just making it at least to the final.
Yeah, there is a difference in money, but I think when the players are this young, they have different values. That for them, a prestige of winning a major tournament like this, going all the way to Russia, Kremlin Cup, world exposure. It's a big thing for them. It's worth a lot more than money. Yeah, money is
true,
nice and everything.
World exposure, I think, is a very good expression you used here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Tyler was told, listen, there's not much money in it, but it's a big tournament, and if you win it, your name will be all over the place. It will mean everything to him. Because he can always play tournaments in the United States. He doesn't have to go 6,000 miles to another country, change the time zone and everything, and to play the tournament. But he did, and winning a high position in the tournament is very important. Plus, representing the country, playing from, also a big deal. There are a lot of fans of Tyler in the States, friends, relatives, people who play with him, who know him since he was a teenager when he came to a pool scene. So everybody is watching and rooting for him. And the fact that he did so well here in very tough matches and came out on top, it means a lot.
Yeah, sure.
And also looking also on the side, just personal side of a player who puts in extra work. His game definitely came up, especially his discipline.
Yeah, actually, you see, at this very event, Tyler has got to scrape through some very tense matches, like versus Vladislav Šopik from Belarus, for instance.
Very strong player.
Beating him only on the hill, and then just over Kim Laaksonen 6-8, and next Konstantin Stepanov with the same scoreline.
Yes.
Like very tense. So just it shows Scholar is able to keep that level of concentration and just is able to hold the pressure. Well, you know what? I just gave it a quick look at the world rankings, and there are 227 entries there right now, and no Aleksa Pecelj. So
I haven't seen him in. Maybe I saw him in one tournament all together.
Well, he is sure to appear on the rankings, I think, after this event. Earning some points, of course. That's the level 2 for the Mosconi Cup, I believe.
I don't know anything about this player, so it would be nice to talk to him and find out of his history of his coming to this, prior to coming to this tournament, and where he takes, how he learned to play so well. He is very disciplined. Do you believe that he is coming from a snooker background? I don't see a snooker stance.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that snooker is that popular in Serbia. Pool is definitely in this Balkan region. Well, Alex, like I said before in our TV feed, live feed for ABN Facebook Live, Aleksa Pecelj has got some medals of European Championships for juniors, and actually the very recent one he won a bronze at the 9-ball division for under 23 in Treviso, Italy.
Is there a senior event in this Kremlin Cup, or there is no senior event?
Not for Kremlin Cup.
No, okay. Only men, women, Russian billiards, and mixed tournament for pool.
Yeah, correct.
Pool 10. Okay.
And we got some female players, of course, participating here. One of them was Kristina Tkac, coming all the way back from the US. I know that the US pool fans just love watching Kristina play.
Yeah. When we see in the States a young player, especially a young lady player, playing so well, it is absolutely exciting. It's good for pool, it's good for all kind of reasons.
Well, I think that was the next step in Kristina's career, trying to earn some credit at WPBA events. Yeah, the professional tour for ladies there in the USA.
I wish that that she started playing that tour more frequently, if she could. I'm not sure about her, arrangements and everything else.
No, I think that's her next goal, actually.
Yeah.
She already played at least in 2, maybe even 3.
Yes, yes.
And actually won one of them.
Yes, I remember. Everybody was pleasantly shocked.
Yeah, Scholars going defensive again, like trying to put the one towards the 6. Watch out, this corner pocket scratch. Get away with that one, but the left, the whole ball visible for the Serbian. Now, once again, I think that Aleksa could try to repeat the same approach, like brushing the right side of the one, and trying to return the cue ball to where it is right now.
Well, the alternative is to make the one ball to the left bottom pocket of the rail.
Like a kind of a Efren Reyes shot.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, he makes the call, so he's going to drive the one ball all the way towards the other side of the table.
It's not my favorite shot, but...
Well, he's ducking behind the 6 or the 8 or both.
You see, that's the danger, that because the one ball travels, it's unpredictable that where it's going to stop. If you're playing like this, you have to do exactly what you said. Focus on putting the cue ball exactly behind 6-8 and not thinking about the one ball. This way to guarantee at least the safety.
Holds the cue ball very well for the position from the 2 to the 3. Just needs, yes, to go to the place he pointed his cue, and sending the cue ball then 2 rails for the 4 ball. Once again, keeping the angle, maybe just sticking to the middle of the table, once again to the vertical axis, to the long axis of the table, just to be able to return for the 6. Well, with this shot he can even produce a smooth draw, because right now the angle is not steep enough to go very far. So just doubling the angle on the draw shot, because this is the way the cue ball goes. Don't punch it too much though, because this way the cue ball tends to stay on that tangent line. Well, actually he went a little bit too far to my taste. And now of course he will have to deal with some a little bit awkward bridging over the 6 and the 8 at the same time, with the requirement to go all the way back. Needed to chop up his
loose
speed,
hands,
yes.
loose hands.
Very well.
Look how well he shot it.
Yeah, once again, I would have liked him just making it not that crisp a contact, but in the end, like you don't question the good outcome.
The good outcome,
Yeah, the result.
Yeah, he shot it very well. I think it's the he ensured a straight stroke, and not tense at all. That's how he got such a soft draw off the rail. Very well done. He's showing lots of signs of maturity in his game, and I have to credit his effort to work hard, and the contribution of Johan and Jeremy.
Of course, yeah.
Jeremy I think, is a fantastic addition to the US Mosconi team. All his experience, I love what he is doing commentaries with you. Is beautiful. It's like you can learn so much. You can learn so
Yes,
much.
Even without me involved, just Jeremy. The whole pool community, I think, agrees on that Jeremy is a big asset here in the commentary booth for all the people, the players all over the world, from the amateurs to
Yes.
even the top players, because like the majority of the guys were mentioning on the chat on our Facebook feed, you can learn very many things just listening to Jeremy's expertise.
He's been around for many years, played with top players from the 80s and
Being
90s,
a top player himself, obviously.
and becoming a top player himself as well. He is very respected everywhere in the United States. Everybody knows him in the pool community.
Well, actually, he possesses that very important aspect. Not only he is he knows so much, but he knows how to talk things about pool. And
Yes,
this is very
definitely.
important. Just to put it in this way, that everyone understands what he is driving at. And just making all these very nice neat observations about the way the player stands or grips his cue or makes the delivery.
Right.
And
I was thinking maybe Kremlin Cup should be a 2 times a year event. This
I like
way.
that.
Don't you think it would be a nice?
Well, by the way, it's very interesting you mentioning it, because they have the pyramid event running twice. Same location, one in spring and one here in the fall.
Is it called also Kremlin Cup,
No,
or they have a
no.
different name for
Yeah,
it?
the name is the Mayor Cup.
Mayor Cup?
Yeah, Moscow Mayor Cup.
You also have a President's Cup, don't you?
For pool?
For billiards, for Russian billiards. No,
No, it's
just
pure
mayor.
about, just
No mayor, no president, no governor.
No.
Just the mayor.
No.
So the mayor is bigger than the governor and the president in Moscow.
Just kidding, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, but is it an international event?
Well, it is, but only for pyramid. And international for pyramid means like ex-USSR.
Plus Finland and Sweden. So why can't we piggyback the pool tournament to it?
Well, I think we can. Are you going to be the promoter? Once again, I like that. I like that idea.
Where do they hold the event?
I think the same location they're using for the Kremlin Cup.
So it's going to be here again?
Yes, I suppose
possibly?
So, yes, next spring, yeah, definitely. Unless they find some other great venue.
And is it as big as this or bigger?
I think it is as big or maybe slightly smaller, but I think it is as big as, once again, speaking about Russian billiards.
Interesting.
They even wanted like to have something added to the pyramid, and it was 1 or maybe 2 years they went for snooker. But I don't think the idea developed.
Well, they could do pyramid, snooker, and pool all together. How big is snooker in Russia in general?
Well, the interest gets a little bit higher recently, especially given we've got some like very strong amateur players like Ivan Kakovsky. I'm not sure you have ever heard this name, but he has like some very decent results at the European and even the world level. Like, I mean, not the main tour, of course, but like the IBSF, the so-called amateurs.
Okay.
But believe me, the amateurs in snooker are like top players in pool, actually, in terms of ability and skills.
I know.
And of course, you have seen like that beautiful setup at Baza, like 4 snooker tables.
Yes.
Of course, the demand is there. Well, meanwhile, Skyler is 3-1 up and at the table in what is a rack number 5 of this semi-final match.
You know what I was thinking? Maybe Volodya can run a, it's called the mini derby. You play on the
all around,
9-foot all around.
Yeah.
Russian, 3-cushion, pool, snooker.
3-cushion, no way, because
You have 2 players.
Russian pyramid, let's forget about this one. Or in this case, I think Dudanets, Chinakov, and Corey Duel have like a
advantage.
All the beanies
Yes,
are like
yes, definitely.
Because Corey is gaining some experience in this game.
Yeah. Even I have a chance.
I think you have a good practice back in New York.
Yeah. Well, we play from time to time. We play a little 3-cushion. I don't play as much pool as I used to anymore.
Have you ever tried playing on the Russian pyramid table using the pool balls?
No, I played the Russian pyramid. I played here in Moscow and in St.
But
Petersburg.
you know, like actually using the pool balls to play the Russian game is harder,
But
just because you cannot push, force the ball through the pocket.
But pool balls
Yeah.
or the Russian balls?
Pool balls, you cannot force them through. Just the Russian ball, you can using like the maximum force, force the ball.
But you don't
through
need
the
it
corner.
because
You do.
the pockets are a big size compared to the ball.
I mean, shooting pool balls on those tables, you need to be extra precise, as opposed to like using the ordinary ball.
You know what? I'm gonna try either tonight or tomorrow when we go to Baza.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea, just to experiment.
Yeah, of course. I think you'll be amazed how hard the game becomes. and you can hardly make the ball like running like along the cushion.
Of course, the rail shots are more
Yeah.
difficult, but we played with pool balls on the snooker table
The cut is
for
different.
practice.
Yes, the pocket cut is different.
Yes.
The approach is almost the same. You know what? I read some books written by old timers that the famous like U.S. hustlers back in the days. Back in the days, those hustlers were playing the game called golf, like 6 ball or even 9 ball with full balls or snooker balls on the snooker table, and it was a ring game.
Yes, I've seen that. They actually have specially made golf tables
Oh wow!
with very small pockets.
Okay, guys, I think
We're gonna take a
we're going
break.
to take a little break for a promotion of our next event by ABN Billiards, which is the Dream Challenge coming up. Stay tuned. Well, the timeout is over. Tyler Styer is at the table, leading 4x to 1. His opponent, Aleksa Pecelj of Serbia. That's a nice break shot for Tyler. Not sure he can see enough of the one ball though. Well, the 5 is sitting there helpfully. Yeah, just sending the one rail first.
Okay.
Shooting a little swerve shot possibly there. Nicely judged, and he is right now he's going to shoot the bank shot, a cross corner bank on the 2. Following the cue ball past the 8 and just trying to avoid the side pocket at the same time.
Yeah. The only thing he's gonna be going away from the 3 ball for position, so this.
Well, the 3 can be played either to the side or other corner.
Let's see.
Long side once again.
Yeah, he chose to play safety, and he played it behind 10 ball as he pointed with his cue.
Yeah, that's a good one, but I think the response is there with the shorty. Makes the call, not taking too much time to consider the shot.
He needs to get lucky with the deflection from the rail to get on a 3 ball, because 7 ball is very big in front of the 3 ball.
He is going to leave the shot, I suppose.
Yeah.
And there is a nice little angle to go closer to the 3.
Yeah, I don't see big problems here.
He just needs to punch it a little bit to send the cue ball maybe 2 or 3 diamonds toward the 3 to make the shot a little bit easier. And from there, just a simple stop shot would do. Will leave a very nice angle to go towards the 5.
Yeah, look, 10 or 11 on the clock. He just punched it a little. Nice shot.
Just like
nice
expected,
shot. Pecelj. You know, just take your time and.
Once again, he is a little bit on the wrong side of the 3, I believe, which calls for a very delicate touch, just to be able to hold the cue properly for the 4. But with the way the 5 ball is positioned there, I don't think there is much of a problem if he falls on like a little bit too straight on the 4. Just doesn't need to go very far, but look, he was going for the side pocket.
I know.
For any reason, he overran actually.
If anything, he should have put a little bit of right English or whatever English would take him left of the rail. I think that's right. Just to give himself a little bit more angle. But it's a makeable shot, you know. It's a makeable shot. If he plays it to the side and go 3 rails to the 5. Unless he's, I don't know which way he's aiming. He's aiming again a safety shot. Well, you know what? Shots like this is the sign of the maturity of the player, where he uses long strategy and not an immediate tactical goal of making a ball, and he is looking to win. So he's making sure when the opponent is at the table, he doesn't have a clear shot. Looks like he left a little bit of 4-ball visible, but nothing big. Nothing big.
No, that's a very nice effort.
Yeah.
Of course, he is going to leave the 4 visible and even the 4-10 combo maybe.
Yeah, it's not a bad combo. Again, he has options. If you see the ball open, you have options. You can bank save it. He's gonna probably play a safety behind the 5-ball.
The bank safe is very good. Well, actually, I like driving the cue ball forward past the 10 and use this ball as a blocker while sending like the 4 between the 10 and the 7.
Yes, yeah, let's see. I don't see the exact angle, so yeah. Yeah, he may, if he banks it into that direction, he can hit the 7-ball with the 4.
Yeah, there's a question.
He has to bank wider.
Yeah, there is a question in the chat about like whether the 10-ball counts. No,
Yeah, that's
early,
the shot I was looking for.
No early, very good call, Alex. No early win on the 10. If the 10 is made by any combo or carom, it is respotted.
Right.
It should be the last ball of the rack to count for the win.
So this is the one of the specifics of this tournament, that 10-ball cannot be prematurely pocketed.
Well,
Otherwise,
once again, it's the official rules for WPA rules for 10-ball.
yeah.
This is the modern official way to play it, so it's not just sticks to this particular event.
I'm trying to think how they play this in the CSI 10-ball, US Open 10-ball, and World 10-ball. So if that's the rule, then we have to remember when we play local tournaments maybe to play it the same way. In Predator 10-ball, they play call shot, call safety.
Yeah, that's a nice set of rules. I like it. I think Tyler was a little bit careless not driving the 4-ball far enough from the side pocket, because like the 2-rail kick is on here for Pecelj. I believe so.
Let's see. Let me look.
Well, he's going the other way.
Yeah.
Apparently he doesn't see the path needed past the 9, but well...
The angle is too wide. You cannot get, like they say, you can get here from there or there from here. Yeah, 9-ball is in the way of that passage. You need to hit somewhere around the first diamond to get to the 4-ball. He can only see third diamond. Maybe 4 rails. The only thing that he can do, really, he must say into the 2-rail kick or 3-rail kick. Or do 4-rail kick. That's a 4 right there. That's what he's looking at. Unless he's doing a reverse. Yeah, that's the shot. You see, he shot at 4 rails. He was a little short, but it was a very, very good effort. He knew the shot. Very good. Even though Tyler is leading 4-1, I like both of their games, and they're making very mature decisions.
So that safety is going to take Tyler probably to earn his 5th point in this match. I like playing the 8 ball to the side pocket and just drawing slightly for the 9.
I wanted to do a shout out to Upstate Al, my partner in crime in occasional broadcasts that I support his effort of live broadcast on the stream. Hope you're listening, Al.
Even if he is not, I think he will be well informed.
Yeah. No, he's getting all the messages. Depends on whether he's working or not today. What's today? Thursday, right?
No, it's Friday. Friday was the
You
day for
see,
the semifinals.
you see, I
You are
lost
way
a
be-
day.
you are
I
way
lost a
behind,
day in
yeah.
Russia.
You are way behind.
I lost a day. Goodness, what's going on? Every day here in Russia for me is like Sunday.
Well, nice to hear that.
A lot of really good people, a lot of friends, a lot of new faces, and it's a pleasure. I'm always looking forward to this trip.
So what's your next tournament then?
We're going. Well, um, the two definite tournaments are American Straight Pool, where I'm gonna go with Max and Ruslan. It's gonna be like 40, 50 players, maybe more this year. First prize is $10,000. So it's the first prize for straight pool, same like first prize in this tournament. I think there is somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000 total prize fund.
Yeah, sounds nice.
I think it's 42,000. I don't want to quote the wrong figure, but I'm in the ballpark. And our good friend Peter Boros.
Well, that's a great break shot when it comes to cue ball control, and once again both spraying but nothing down. And
Nothing
once again,
down.
I think just Aleksa, if he was like a little bit more mature player, he would have figured out that there is probably no need to be hitting them the balls like.
Or maybe moving.
That's solid.
Right, the speed. You
Yeah,
can
just
change the speed.
take some speed off that cue ball, yeah.
And maybe move the cue ball maybe an inch to the left or to the right to achieve a different angle of reflection.
Yeah, because I mean, if he keeps breaking like that, this shot is not going to lead him anywhere.
Very nice separation for safety. You see, he's putting Alex in a position almost every time when he comes to the table where there is no aggressive shot available. See that the speed of getting the cue ball all the way and stopping near the bottom rail is very important. Alex is replying with a very nice safety himself. Seven ball is blocking. Curious what Tyler is looking at with the Massey shot.
Well, maybe he could also go for a one rail kick, just clipping the one on the left side and going back towards the 8 at the same time, sending the one towards the 9 or the 10 behind the blockers. And there are many of them, like a 5 ball, a 4 ball, and the 6 are there.
I think he's going airborne.
Well, is he trying to make it to the side?
It's gonna be a tough shot.
Yeah, he was, but like from this angle of approach,
Yeah.
it was very difficult.
This was more of what was expected from a jump shot. And I think he left 9-ball wired.
Yeah, sure, but can he see enough of the one ball?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Alex wasn't very happy about the outcome.
Well, don't forget something. He's on the rail, and what's he gonna do with the cue ball? So that's very important decision. Yeah, he hit a lot of one ball to hold the cue ball from
Well, right
bouncing
now
off the
he's
rail.
at the table, and there's a very good chance to land a perfect safety from there.
Yeah. Do you think he's eyeing the side pocket?
Well, I don't think right now he needs to be that aggressive.
Well, let's see.
Just my guess is
hiding.
all he needs now is just maybe trying to involve Tyler in any kind of defensive game to just like get Tyler off his stroke just a little.
Yeah. Of his pace and maybe to gain some strategic advantage on this
No, just
on
I mean,
this game.
just keeping him at bay for a while, like not letting him see any attacking option.
Let's watch some chess game.
Chess in motion,
Chess,
like they say
chess in
sometimes.
motion. Yeah. This is a three-dimensional chess in motion. He can actually see some of the ball. Again, very good safety.
Yeah, not sure Alexa can see the one. Going two rail kick. The score line is 5-1 right now. Very good shot. Very nice one by Aleksa Pecelj. Once again, leaving the cue ball there by the 3-ball was my opinion on this shot. Well, once again, Tyler was using all these blocking balls. There is too much traffic on the table after the break. Pecelj came up with jumping with his full stick, the break cue. Makes the ball, but it was unintentional. So right now, Tyler has an option. Oh, no way he is going to return the shot to Pecelj. Well, what I like here is probably just making a stop shot and going 2 rails across the table for the 3 with some portion of left English, some inside. Or after all, the bank shot is there. But to gain good position on the bank shot, Tyler requires some very hard shot. He needs to run through, I think, 2 or 3 ball diameters, some 5 to 7 inches. Oh, that's a poor safety, I would say. A full ball is visible for the Serbian. Once again, he can reposition the one slightly towards the side pocket and just try to hook the opponent behind the blue two. Going 3 rails around. Well, I'm quite surprised he didn't go for this one, trying to get closer to the offending, to the blocking ball. Oh, just you look at this jump shot attempt. Very nice, and now he is in full command once again, with the rake pretty much open, and with a shot on the 2. The 5 goes to the corner pocket, I believe. No need to opt for the side, because he will be crossing the position zone, traveling all the way back from the red 3. He's got some angle to go forward.
Yeah. There are options. But again, as you said, he could just stop the cue ball and play 5 in the corner.
Seems like he's following it with a stun follow, stun run through. Still for that corner pocket.
What the
But
side?
well, he overran it a little bit.
He went across the zone, so he had no choice. But fortunately, he had multiple pockets available.
Yeah, sure. That is one of the way to play a two-way position zone, two-way positional shot.
He played it very well. Can just do stop, and he's in business.
Well, I think here he can go just even into the rail and out if he wishes, or just with a soft draw.
Yeah. Depends how much angle there is.
Fall straight. Well,
Yeah,
you
perfect.
see, yeah.
Yeah. Good point. Same shot. Slightly to the rail and back. Unless he can just draw it. Yeah, there was enough room.
Oh, is he going to follow it 2 rails or another draw with some right-hand English? He's very fluent with his stroke right now.
Yeah, well, his fundamentals improved a lot, definitely. You can see somebody, himself and somebody has been working on his fundamentals. I suspect a touch of Johan's work.
Yeah, of course, and mind you, he already had some very solid fundamentals, like we said before.
Absolutely, yeah. But he stabilized a lot. He was shooting. His stroke was very good, but he was a little bit more alive with his body, helping with his body. Now his body is solid, right, and only one arm is moving, so precision went up a lot. He very impressive, very impressive. Good work, Tyler.
Well, at 6-1 down, this is a very long road to go for Aleksa Pecelj. Of course, even reaching this stage of the tournament is a big leap in his progress. Styer sighting up the shot on the one. And seems like he didn't get the result he was looking for.
But again, Alex is coming to the table and there's no aggressive continuation of any kind. He has to create a shot. He has to create a safety again. He's probably gonna play behind 6 ball if he can manage. Oh, look at that. You see, we have an impaired view, my friends. We don't have an overhead camera that's available to us that can show us a better view for some of the shots. So if we call a shot incorrectly, not because we want to, we have to. Full cue jump. He used his break cue for that. Does 3 go on the side or is it?
Yeah, it is available to the side.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see it now. We're also on a delayed video. Just we see the video when you see the video, and what's available.
Or
to
even
us,
later.
Or even later, what's available. So the only thing we see is a side rail view, and the angle, like flat, like elevation, is not very high for safety reasons. Let's see if Alex can convert this game into some kind of a run.
Well, he is supposed to, and I think this is the most important shot of the rec for him. Just going 2 rails around for the 6. And managed to avoid that contact. And then once again he can just make a little draw on the 6 to proceed with the 7 to the side pocket. The 8 can go both ways, either side or corner. And I think just go into the corner is better because the cue ball will stay there. Of course, it all depends on the line of the shot. Well, here fell short, and he will have to drive the cue ball all the way past the 10 ball. Yeah, right there. Of course, for a shot maker like he is, I think making this 7 is not a big issue. but just avoiding the side pocket stretch and holding the cue ball perfectly is the other one.
It's another key shot. Yeah. See, he tried not to send cue ball too far out off the 9 ball, to stay as close as possible. He sacrificed the precision on the shot. However, he landed the 8 ball, he left it in deep in the jaws of the corner pocket. So Tyler has to avoid hitting the points on the pocket.
Well, the 8 ball is not deep enough to cause any kind of trouble, but the bridging, well, he's fine there.
Yeah, he's fine. Just outside.
Oh my gosh. That's a misjudgment by Styer.
So, yeah, I said there was going to be, in general, I like to avoid cue ball crossing the pocket itself. So to do that, you have to thin the 8 ball with basically a rolling ball, center ball. You just let it softly bounce back straight after the touch of the object ball. Let's see. He's a good kicker. There you go. I think he got lucky. That was a great kick. Great kick shot. Again, Alex is not happy.
Well, obviously he won't be happy after the match ends, especially in case he loses it.
No, I'm just taking step by step.
Well, of course, we can admit that Tyler got some rolls.
Yeah. He got lucky with that shot. But his kicking aim was very good. He hit that ball head on. So once it did, you don't know where the ball is gonna go. He put enough speed. Nicely done.
All right, Tyler Styer is on the hill with this 10 ball down.
So everybody, this is a game that could become the last game of the match. Let's see, I think Tyler is breaking as well. While the referee is racking the balls. Tyler is gonna take a little break, I think. A mental break.
Maybe just some caution in between. I'm not sure that is allowed during the match.
You know what? I was wondering. I haven't seen anywhere where it says no coaching. Does it have it in the rules somewhere?
Yes.
It does?
How long has it been since you opened the rules?
Long time.
Well, quite a while has been changed, believe me.
Yes?
Yeah.
Well,
There is a special like paragraph named coaching. It is allowed during the timeout, but not the way it happened here. Maybe even if it was not coaching or like maybe complaining about something, no way it happened right now.
maybe he asked him what's for dinner.
Well,
I didn't hear the question that he asked.
yes, but I think even this is a little bit against the rules. Okay, that's the history now. We've got
Yes.
another break shot with Styer on the hill, once again having a very comfortable lead, like 7-1 over Aleksa Pecelj, fighting for the place in the final, where David Alcade is already sitting there at the stands.
This is gonna be big because this is gonna be a two in a row for David, right? If he wins this one, he won last one, right?
No. Last one was one about
Fane.
Niels Fine, right?
Okay.
Alcade
The one
won
before.
2 years ago, yeah,
Okay.
over Kazakis.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's Sunday for me.
Every day, like you
Right,
said, yeah.
every day. You see, guys, hard work pays off. Tyler put in a lot of work to make his game like this. It's not a surprise.
Well, at the same time, they've got some big events prior to this one in the
In
States.
Russia?
In the States,
Oh,
no, and
yes.
he didn't seem to get going that far.
Yes, but all those events that he participates, whether he makes it to the top of the tournament or not, they're all training experience
Of course,
for
building up, yeah.
building resilience, building stamina, building quality of the shots, just psychologically withstanding the pressure, being able to come up with the right shot at the right time. There are a lot of variables that you acquire during all those tournaments.
Oh, that's a big mistake from Skyler, from
Tyler.
Styer, sorry, yeah. Can afford a couple of those at
Yeah.
the current scoreline.
Well, I think he just needs to keep focus on. That's all. There's nothing he needs to change in his game per se.
Well, very good shot by Pecelj. Well, you know what? This might be difficult
He's good.
in terms of pocketing.
Yeah, he's okay. Has a full pocket.
Yeah, very nice.
He didn't need to create a big position play, so
Yes, sure, but like with his opponent on the hill already, I think the pressure is building on and on.
definitely the pressure is there.
Just look once again, he was not very happy with probably the ball contact or the way the 8 ball traveled to the corner on the previous attempt. Just shaking his head. So Aleksa got things a little bit going for him, earning his second point in this match, trailing 2 racks to 7.
Oh, he has only 6 more to go. No problem. Let's see. Listen, they're both great players to get to this point. Very young and lots of talent, and it's beautiful to see upcoming players. I want to do a shout out to my son, who is listening to the broadcast.
Well, we've seen some dry breaks by Aleksa before. Let's take a look whether he's going to change something in his approach in terms of cue ball speed, first of all.
Yeah. Well, now he has some adrenaline pumping after this game.
Well, not changing anything.
But
And
he
one-
made a 5-ball.
Yes.
He has a shot at the 1.
But you know what? The 5-ball was the only ball in motion,
Mm.
and just his last hope. And once again, he doesn't seem to be changing anything.
Well, let's see what he can create here because the 6 is blocking the 3-ball from the pocket. So he's trying to move things around a little bit.
Gonna
But
finish up
he
snooker
lost.
behind the 4.
Not good. I don't think he was planning this way. And I would actually leave that 3-ball alone and try to get on the 2-ball if he was already making.
Oh, can he see some portion of the ball?
He can. I think he's looking at the combo. Let's see. There you go.
And fires
About
it
2
in.
balls.
Well,
Not
should
bad.
have kept that in mind also. I mean,
Well, the billiard.
yeah,
Yeah.
just to keep an eye on where the 3 is, just in case something like that happens.
Yeah. Well, he can see the 3-ball.
And right now he can avoid kissing the 6, I believe. No, the stroke was not solid enough. And of course he ended up with the shot like he is going to shoot the 4 in the corner. Not sure if it goes past the 7. This is going to be another spectacular cut if he makes it. But he fails.
This will be a key shot for Tyler, right? If he makes it, I think pretty sure he's out.
You know what I like going for the bank?
Here?
Yeah, just with a soft touch, just driving the 4 past the 7. Of course, the cut shot
He's
is,
gonna cut
is
it.
also there. Well, once again, the table view just was deceiving for me. I was thinking the 4 sits much closer to the cushion.
Whoa. That
That's
was
kind of
something.
lucky.
That was something.
The 4 ball almost stayed.
Yeah. I'm surprised even that it fell. Well, listen. Good players get luckier than better players get luckier in the game.
And like they used to say, and the better I am, the luckier I get.
No, the better I play, the luckier I get. That's, I think, who said that?
Maybe some golf player.
No, I think it could be Danny Deliberto, one of the greatest pool commentators and a great all-time player, all-around games. Straight pool champion, one pocket pool champion. Hello, Danny. Anybody is listening that can talk to Danny, say hello for me.
Well,
And
the
the
last
game
ball
is
conceded,
over.
yes.
Tyler wins the semi-final, and him and David Alkady will meet tomorrow at
2:30.
2:30 local time. So stay tuned.
Oh, my bad, 12:30. It's
Oh,
like
12:30. So it's
half to 1 p.m., yeah?
so it's 2:30 Siberian time.
Once again, 12:30 Moscow time, 30 minutes past noon.
So for those in eastern United States, subtract 7 hours. And for those,
I just advise anyone to go to timeanddate.com and just trying to use the converter option. That is way easier not to mess this up.
yeah, and support pool, watch pool, and you're always welcome in our broadcast.
All right, we've seen two pretty much one-sided, I would say, for any reason, semi-finals. Devil Cade coming victorious with a scoreline of 8-3 over Shane Van Boning, and here we go, Tyler Styer, the other American. Still, Team USA has got the last man standing.
Yes. Well, which is very pleasant to see a young player like that in the final of such a great tournament. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, so far, thank you very much for your attention, everyone, and see you tomorrow once again. Stay updated on ABN Billiards Facebook page. All the info, I suppose, is going to be there if you need it. Thank you, and bye-bye.